Well, hello. It's me, Squarehead again, and it's good to be back with you. I always enjoy just being here and getting a chance to talk to you, and even though I can't see you, I feel like I can, and I know you can see me, and so I'm just thrilled to death to be here right now and just to be able to talk to you and just tell you hello. And guess what I did this week?
What did you do this
Well, I went to church.
week?
I ain't been to church in, oh goodness, maybe like 22, 24 years, and yeah, I went to church, and well, it was a really different experience for me. It was a lot different than what I was used to, a lot different than the way it used to be, I think, because I came in there, and this one guy comes up to me, and he says, "Good morning." I say, "Hey, good morning." Of course, I don't know him. I've never seen him, and I guess he's never seen me. Doesn't know me, but what he says to me, he says, um, "We sure are lucky to have you here this morning, sir." That's what he says to me. He says, "Boy, I'm so happy you're here." And I got to thinking about that. I thought, well, what if I was like a murderer or like a rapist or something, or maybe I just had sex with his wife, the night before or something, and he's just gonna say, "Really glad you're here, and excited to have you here," without even knowing me. And so, that was a little strange. I never had that happen before. I know that we're probably just trying to be nice or something, kind of like you got to be nice in church. Can't just be real, Can't just say, "Hey, how you doing today?" Instead you have to take it a little further and say, "Boy, I'm so glad you're here."
It's a little creepy.
It was a little bit creepy. I admit that
It's a little scary.
it was a little bit creepy, but mostly for him on his part because he doesn't know who I am. I could have been the creep. That's what I'm saying. I could have been the creep. Um, but then they took me over to the donut stand, and we got some donuts, and that was really nice. They had all different kinds of donuts. They had donuts with icing on top. They had some donuts with icing in the middle. They even had icing, with no donut. I can't explain that very well, but it was something like that. And then they had another one. It was icing with jelly, and that was really good. And so, I stayed over there, and I had probably maybe 3 or 4 donuts, just kind of passing the time. And then it was time to, move into the auditorium, I guess, the big room. And so I just kind of follow the crowd, and I go in there, and as I'm going in, this woman said, "Hey, you can't take that donut in there. You can't take the donut into the sanctuary." And so I thought, shoot, I just started eating it, and I don't want to throw it away. And so far, this is the best thing about this church, this, and so I don't want to go, throw it away. And she said, "Well, the service is about to start, sir, so you probably need to go throw that away." But I didn't want to throw it away. I'll be honest with you, okay? I'll be honest. I didn't want to throw the donut away, so I stuck it in my pocket. I admit it. I stuck it in my back pocket, and I went on in anyways, and I just sat in the back where nobody could see me, and then I took it back out and started eating it,
Yeah,
because
snuck donuts into
yeah, I just felt like, hey, I don't want to waste. Plus that's one of the best parts about this church so far. Boy, when the church service started, it was so strange. The lights came up, and a big old loud rock band seemed like rock, almost like Kiss, or like goodness gracious, something like Kiss or the Carpenters or something came out there, or Anne Murray, just powerful girl singing songs about Jesus, and they were singing these strange songs about how Jesus poured his blood out, and his blood just keeps on pouring, and it just keeps on coming out of him, and it's pouring, pouring, pouring. And at one point, I think it's the person singing there, the girl said, "You poured out all your blood on me." And I thought, well, that's kind of strange. I wonder why Jesus poured out all his blood on that poor girl up there. She's just singing, and she's doing pretty good, I think. But my goodness, there were just so much blood. It was just so much blood. Blood was just coming, and coming and coming and coming. I'll be honest. I think I saw it flowing off the end of the stage. I think I saw it flowing off the end of the stage, and making its way down onto the floor, and causing people to slip and fall and everything. I mean, it was blood. It was a bloodbath. It was a bloodbath. Just a total bloodbath. Hello? Well, anyway, that part would kind of freak me out, and all that blood, and just keep singing over and over and over and over about the blood that pours out of Jesus. And I didn't understand it. So the preacher came up. He started talking at that point, and by then, really, honestly, I was so kind of freaked out, just by the blood and by the donut. See, I was trying to hide the donut too, and I'm thinking about blood. And just so happened my donut had red icing on it. I kept looking at it thinking it was blood, Jesus' blood, but I know they say that the blood pours out on the girl on stage and not on the donut, but I just felt like the blood was pouring all over my donut. That's honestly how I felt. I felt like the blood was all over my donut. And at that point, I just couldn't take it anymore. And so I hope y'all don't mind. I'll try another time going to church. I'm going to give it another try, but this particular time I just had to take my bloody donut and leave. And so that was my church experience. Hope I hope you'll come back and see me. Squarehead's going to be here around for a long time, and I'm just so happy to be able to talk to you and express to you my life and what's going on. Okay, God bless and peace. All right, bye bye.